worst possible thing you could say when you walk into a car dealership. I spent 5 years with Mercedes-Benz, 5 with General Motors, and the worst thing a person could say when they walk in is, if you could just get me to this payment, we got a deal.
So your loan's probably still like 19, which means you got to pay to get out. You're upside down. It's called negative equity. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 9, maybe episode 8. Either way, I'll make sure the right episode is in the comments. But welcome to Car Shopping Questions and Answers. This is our live show. It is Monday. This is our noon show. We want to make sure that you know when we're live and when we're rebroadcasting. So every time you see the rebroadcast, you'll see a badge that says previously recorded or rebroadcast or replay. But whenever you don't see that badge, then you know we are live, and you can engage with us and ask your questions, and we will make sure that we get through as many as possible. So come on in. Everybody just come on in. I'm actually just sharing this broadcast on Facebook now. And on TikTok, welcome. I see you, Claudia. I see you, Dreamer. You guys can start typing your questions in. And let's do a little housekeeping first while we let the first couple questions come in. If you don't know me, this is your first time ever on a live with me, type the number 1 in the comments. I want to give a welcome to the first time people who've never been on a live with us before. And welcome back to the people who've been here before. I'm your host, Deshone. I'm known as Deshone the Auto Advisor. I spent 14 years in the car business with Mercedes-Benz, General Motors, and running my own brokerage. And now what I do is I teach people the science of car shopping from home. I'm the author of Cars from Home, my new digital book, 7 Steps to Saving Time, Money, and Avoiding Dealerships. And everything that I talk about, everything if you've seen any of my social media videos, everything is based on one of the 7 steps in our shopping system. So we don't hold back. So you guys can come in. I see a lot of people on TikTok coming in. Could y'all start tapping the screen if you're going to spend 10, 15 minutes with us? We're usually here for at least an hour. If y'all can start tapping the screen so we can let TikTok know we're about to talk some serious money over here. Frankie, I see you. Good to see you, Frankie boy. Thanks for sharing. Shout out to the sharers. And whenever we have the first question, we will certainly get down to it. Also, if you, all of you do have the opportunity to get my new digital book at 75% off. I always like to let you know about this welcome offer. The book is normally $97 and it's currently 4.94 stars on Goodreads.com. So thank you to all of you who have taken the time to rate the book, to review the book. But most importantly, thank you to everyone who's using the book so that you can stop car shopping like our grandparents. No offense, but most people are shopping the way our grandparents shopped before there was internet, before there was leverage. And my mission is to show anyone who's willing to listen how to stop doing that and how much money that's costing them today. All right. Did we get the first question yet, Dolan? If not, then listen, you know I could keep talking. Okay, here we go. Instagram. Shout out to Instagram. All right. How long should you wait to refinance? It's a good question. I would refinance when it makes sense. If you have rates are high right now compared to where they were a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So if you guys are in a higher interest rate than you could qualify for today, then you want to refinance as soon as possible. If you have an 8% rate and you could refinance to a 6% rate, you guys know on this show, if I talk about the money, 2% on a $30,000 loan is thousands. That's not hundreds. So if you have it, on some of you have improved your credit. So you may have had a lower credit score a year or 2 years ago when you got your car, but now your credit score is higher. So You want to make sure you are following this guideline though. Most of the people who want to loan you money want you to take more for longer. That's just what they want you to do. I am of the mindset of you don't want to stretch the loan out long. You don't want to stretch the loan. You don't want to stretch the. So if you've already paid for a year or two, you don't want to stretch the loan out longer because they'll want you to take it longer. They'll tell you right up front, if you take a 6-year loan, your payment's going to be this. Meanwhile, you've already paid for 2 years. Don't fall in love with the new lower payment. Fall in love with paying as much as you can at the higher interest rate. So if you can pay a higher payment for 4 years, pay the highest payment you can to get the loan out of the way faster. Don't be tempted to stretch out the loan and go longer with it. Or else you're falling into that trap. Like I said, people want to loan you money, want to lend you more for longer. They take it for 6 years. You could always pay it off earlier. They're hoping you don't. Okay, so that's typically the rules of thumb that I like to follow. All right. This is from Instagram. Well, this is Luna. I was desperate and just got the first deal. I set a very high payment. Can I refinance for a smaller amount? Luna, weren't you on the show a couple days ago? I was desperate and just got the first deal. I set for a very high payment. Can I refinance for a smaller amount? It's probably going to be early for you to do that. Did you? Hold on one second. If you hold on, let me open the Instagram comments so I could actually see. I know Dolan's bringing the comments to the show, but I want to make sure I could actually see the Instagram comments. Hold on. Okay. So because if you just got the vehicle, I mean, you could try to refinance, but it depends on how high of a rate they gave you compared to what you could have gotten if you would have followed like our bank bidding war process. You bought a brand new 24 Mitsubishi. Okay. Haven't you been on the show, Luna? This isn't your first time, right? You've been here. You've been with us for a couple. You've been with us for it was in December 2023. Okay. I appreciate it. Thanks for the information. That's why I wanted to see the comment so I could actually have the dialogue with you. Yeah, I mean, that's all you could do. You could try and you could try to refinance online. You can go on Google and type in auto refinance online and start to see what those companies look like and see if but you need to know your rate, and then you need to know what the companies that'll refinance you are offering you and see if it makes sense. If you got a higher rate than you could have gotten, then certainly you can refinance. If they got you the best rate that you could qualify, then you may have to wait a little longer, but usually, it doesn't hurt you to check, especially if you're in a considerably high interest rate. You certainly want to see if there's a possibility, because like I said, 2 points, 3 points on an interest rate is thousands of dollars, not hundreds. All right, TikTok, y'all gonna spend some time with us. Can y'all tap the screen and shoot the likes up if you're gonna talk money with us? Here's the thing, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Y'all know I've been this way from day one, and I can't be any other way. I'm considering, and some of you know, I'm gonna tell y'all a story because I'm gonna keep this real, real, right? So in 2021, we did a podcast. It was called the Auto Advisors Podcast. The Auto Advisors Podcast got 10,000 downloads in the first 90 days, which was a great metric for a new podcast. I stopped it. You know why? Because we're in the way the podcast is, and I'm just keeping it 100% with y'all. I'm never gonna stop doing the information, but if people don't engage with the show, then we'll just keep the rebroadcast going. The rebroadcasts are great. I'm 100 for my lifestyle, for my getting the information out. We do tons of free social media videos. I just don't want y'all to be questioning, Dad, why Deshone not doing the live show anymore? Because the live show needs to make sense. I've been telling y'all to share. I look at the shares. I see the people who come regular. I see not a lot of people share. All good. I just want y'all to know that when you can't ask the questions and you got to just do the rebroadcast, that's going to be the reason why. That's really going to be the reason why. Because we can sit back and we can let this live stream go 24/7. I love it. Dolan runs it. It's great. We sell a lot of books throughout the day. People get their questions answered. It's great. If y'all like Deshone, I would really like to ask questions and have the opportunity for my family to ask questions and get their questions answered, then y'all gonna have to show up. Y'all gonna have to show up. It's always been that way. Now, we're gonna have information everywhere for you. Free social media videos, my free masterclass is in my link in my bio. But if y'all want to keep this show going this way live and not just see 24/7 rebroadcast, then y'all gonna have to make sure y'all show up. And if we don't see the likes and we don't see the shares, then it's all good. That tells us everything we need to know. Because there's nobody out there doing what we're doing right now. So if it was 20 other people doing these shows, then I understand. We got to make sure we're better than them. There's nobody doing what we're doing right now. So it's up to y'all. All right, so Dolan, let's go. TikTok question. Can I get a new lease with no money down and get the same car payment monthly, turning my lease in soon? But that depends on how good you're going to shop. See, if you got a lot of people are going to be fooled into this conversation. Car salesman calling them saying, hey, I could get you out of your lease, keep your payment the same, and you'll be good. That's the conversation they're going to go for. Now they're going by 2021 and 2020, well, really 2021 payments, which were the highest in history. And what they're depending on is they're hoping that most people don't ask a question. You already been paying this. You already been paying the high payment. What if I could put you into 2024 for the same price? Meanwhile, those prices that you were paying were ridiculously high. All through the pandemic, most 99 probably percent of people were paying ridiculous payments. That's why I always show Bonita. So when you look at Bonita, Bonita is the one who got one of the most popular vehicles during the pandemic. It was a Kia Telluride, 2022. She got it for $600 out of pocket, $600 a month. It was like a 1.25% lease. How? Sitting at home and shopping offers. So to answer your question, don't comply. Your deal is going to be based on how well you shop. And what I'm teaching you to do is to stop going into dealers because 80% of them are overpriced. So you're going to go into a dealer, do your test drive, and then you're going to come home and you need to get at least 5 offers. Now you could do it my way. In my book, I have a strategy called the 25 to 5. We go online, we go to the dealer's websites, we put in what we want, 25 dealers' websites. It's a copy and paste template. Then we have conversations by email because out of those 25 dealers, figure about 10 are going to have a car we want. And then we're looking to get 5 to 7 offers. If you shop the right way, you're not shopping the right way if you don't see a $150 to $200 difference between your offers. You're just not shopping the right way because we know I've helped. Personally, we have about 1,600 people in our car shopping course, in my coaching program, and we probably have about 6,000 people who have my book. That's enough data for us to know when people send me their deals, 80% of dealers are overpriced. What's the message then? If you don't get 5 offers, you're going to overpay. Hands down. Not 3, not 4. Now, some people with Charles, if they're shopping for a really hot vehicle, like Charles got a Palisade a little while ago, he got 10 quotes. So he reached out to 35 dealers. But look what he's paying. $48,000, almost $49,000 vehicle, he's paying $597. And both of those deals were no money down. So if he didn't know how to shop, then he would be paying $700, $800. Some of you may be looking and saying, Deshone, man, I got a Palisade and I pay a lot more than that. Or, hey, but that's going to depend on how you shop. You must get at least 5 offers if you're truly going to see the bottom of the market. because 80% of dealers, 4 out of 5, are overpriced. So certainly you could do deals with no money down. It's not even a question. And don't pay attention to commercials, because what you'll see is neither one of those 2 deals that I just showed you were from a commercial. They'll probably, when you look at what a commercial says you can lease a Kia Telluride for, especially or a Palisade for, especially a $50,000 Palisade, it would be a lot higher than this, and it would be with 1,000 down plus tax plus fees. That's why you can't pay attention to commercials. So that's the answer. Don't pay attention to commercials and get at least 5 to 7 offers. If you do it my way, it's quick. Takes about 20 minutes to contact all the dealers, and then you're using my email templates. Because what you got here, this is very important, you guys that are going to have conversations with dealers by email. You must know how to keep the conversation on your terms. You must know how to keep the conversation moving forward when people ask you, hey, can we get on the phone? Hey, can I get your phone number to call you? Hey, when can you come in? You must know how to have the conversation stay on your agenda. That's why I wrote the scripts. But even if you're not using my book and my scripts, make sure you are committed to staying the course, that you're not getting on the phone, you're not coming in, and that you're going to be shopping from home. Okay? Because salespeople will try to get you to come in. All right, go ahead, Dolan. Shoot the next one up. Okay. Hi, the dealer wants to run my credit card. I just watched one of your videos and you said don't let them do that. They want to run your credit card for what? Let's give Bless the chance to type. Are you purchasing something? They want to run your credit card to run your credit? Or did you mean they want to run your credit? What are they trying to run your credit for? I mean, your credit card for. Now, if you have made a deal with somebody, when we make a deal online, oh, you mean running your credit? For what? What's the purpose of you running my credit? And that's not even what the ad. See, when you request your offers, you're requesting your offers by email. And we're always telling them assume tier 1 credit. There's nothing else for us to focus on. What is the purpose? Now, again, let the 80% do what the 80% do. Lie, tell you stuff. You need to have other dealers in your inbox to know. Sometimes people say, well, Deshone, this dealer said, this one dealer said they don't lease. I said, okay. How many other dealers that you talked to said that? No one yet. Okay. When 80% of them say that, that means they don't lease that car. One dealer, they might be having customers come in, don't know what they're doing. Oh, yeah, no, we don't lease. Oh, okay. Well, I guess how much is it to purchase then? So let the 80% do what the 80% do. When we shop by the numbers, and when you shop by the numbers, you win, because if this dealer lies, the other dealer is exposed that they lied. So one dealer says I can't lease, and then 4 other ones give me a lease offer. Clearly, you were lying. So don't worry about what one dealer says ever. That's why you need to be having multiple conversations at all times. Trying to get my payoff, my car finance. Shoot Jerry's. Can you put Jerry's question up from Facebook here, Dolan? Okay, trying to get my payoff. Thank you, Dolan. My car finance company says contact dealer. Should I contact dealer? What the heck kind of broke leg, half-wit finance company you with if they telling you call a dealer for your payoff? What's the name of the company? What's the name of the company? You got to realize how the banks is in bed with some of these dealers, and you're going to understand that. The dealers couldn't have did Hyundai. Why would they tell you contact the dealer for your payoff? Scumbag. I would call and speak to somebody else. The dealer has nothing to do with the car. If If you don't pay that Hyundai, you don't pay your payment for 3 months, is the dealer coming to get the car or is Hyundai coming to get the car? No, dealer forget about the dealer. The dealer is just a franchise. They're there to sell you the car and put the deal together. Once you drive off, it's between you and the bank. It's between you and the leasing company. So why would the bank be telling you to go to the dealer? It's kind of like they're sending you, all right, so if you're calling for your payoff and the dealer says, oh, well, I'm going to charge you this much and this much and this much, because people will try to get their payoff, or people tried to buy their leases out, which is a terrible idea in most cases, but people were doing it and dealers were charging them a lot of money on top of their payoff, charging them fees on top of the payoff to buy their own lease. So I would call Hyundai and not ask for somebody else. I literally try to escalate that. Can I speak to a manager? Can I speak to somebody? Why are you telling me to call the dealer when the dealer is not who? The dealer has nothing to do with the car anymore at all. From the day you bought it, it's between you and the bank. You're the one that I owe. Why can't you tell me my payoff? And I would speak to somebody until I can get somebody on the phone who could give me an intelligent answer. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. TikTok quiet today. Y'all quiet on TikTok, boy. What's going on? Are y'all gonna send questions in? Let's keep them coming from Instagram then. TikTok, y'all usually be the ones sending the most questions. Let's go. What's up, Ron? What's up, James? Let's go. Type in your questions if you want. Let's go. We'll be here for about an hour. Deshone got the ebook. Sent email templates out, got responses, perfect. Using the counter offer calculator, perfect. And they either stop communicating or say I have to come in to do any further negotiations. We have scripts for that. We have scripts for that. No, none of the other dealers I speak to have said that. Just go to the script. Every single thing is a script because I know what they're going to say. I had to use those same templates. So always keep the conversation. When you make the last counter offer, it's always a question. That counter offer is a question. So now when they come back and say anything, you look for the script that replies to that and keep the conversation moving forward. You know, once you send the counter offers, now you're just getting to the point where you're trying to see who's the best one. That's it. The counter offer calculator makes counters based on the best offer. So whatever that best offer is, it counters everyone. See, and they may stop communicating because they're already high. So if somebody gives me a 1.1% lease and other people give me a 1.4, 1.5, 1.6, when I counter, I'm countering based on the 1.1. Because once one dealer gives me that type of discount, I know that y'all just choosing not to. That's why if they say, how'd you come up with that number? The script is always, it's a little bit lower than my best offer I have already. So they know you can act like this is the bottom price that you have, but we already have the best offer here. That's why we always put in the offers, and the counter offer calculator creates the counter offer based on the best offer. I don't care if none of y'all reply anymore because y'all already showed me y'all are overpriced. So I'm gonna let you know that based on my counter offer, I know this deal could be done. And if the lowest offer, which may happen, says, look, I don't have no more room, I gave you the best, then I snatch that offer. As long as you got 5, then that's really the bottom. And that's the purpose of the counter offer, is to make sure before you close the deal, you have made a counter to make sure you know where the bottom is. But don't let them respond. Forget it. They probably, oh, he made this low offer. You know you could do that deal, but that's all right. I'll get the car from your competition. All good. All good. All right, next question, Dolan. All right. All right. That might not have any other questions. I have an isolated event. Car was totaled. Check getting cut this week. Can I pay to speak with you 30 to 60 minutes for the single purchase? No. No offense. I've been helping groups. You gotta understand, y'all. Look, I have been helping groups buy cars. Look, let me show y'all something, okay? And I'm saying this so y'all understand, right? Since 2021, This is my private group right here. All right. This is my private group. We have 1,400 people in the group. Now, not everybody who joins us in Maps Academy joins the group, because some people just don't come to Facebook. They'll come on my Zoom coaching calls. But this is how I help people one-on-one. I mean, not even one-on-one. This is how, when you see, can everybody see this? I just want to make sure everybody can see this. This is how I work with people. If you're getting my book, you got my book, you got my strategies. This is what we've been doing. Look at the dates. Look at the dates on these cards. All recent. So I don't work with it. It makes no sense for me to work with somebody one-on-one. I don't have to. The people who have been in my group since 2021, we get to the deals, because there's no situation that you're in that's a special situation. I guarantee you that. It doesn't matter. I've had thousands of scenarios. Nothing that you have is special where it requires this special process. Your car got totaled, you need a car, you're going to follow the 7 steps. That's not going to change. If you don't have a car, you can skip the equity assessment. The rest of the 7 steps apply. It doesn't matter. You think you need a special plan. No, you need a plan, and that's the plan that I have in my book or in my group or what I'm answering here. So you can feel free to ask your question, but your situation, this is very common. There's probably 1 million people around the country in your situation right now. Car was totaled, need a car, common, very common. I know it's like overwhelming for you, not for me though. Super common. Okay, yeah, check your spam, Jerry. Check your spam or your junk folder. All right, Troop Tip. You see that question from Troop Tep on TikTok, Dolan? Unless you got something before that. All right, another one from Instagram. I'm looking to get an electric vehicle, and I'm not one to keep cars. I'm interested in getting a lease, but don't really know how the process works. You must get bids. You must get multiple offers, or you're going to overpay. Electric cars, doesn't matter. Same process. Big, exotic cars. When you look at, Sean's getting an electric truck. He probably got it already. But he sent me this message, and he was looking at a $73,000 F-150 Lightning. He ended up getting $20,000 off the truck. Now he's buying it. He's not leasing it. So, Taupe had an electric BMW lease. She got a BMW i4 e-drop, $54,000. She got her bids. She ended up saving $8,500 total with the rebates and the discount. She's paying $690 a month for a $54,000 vehicle. So these deals that you're seeing, these are real deals. These are below market deals. These are not going to be had going into dealers and negotiating, because one, you're never going to get that deal from an 80% dealer. It's not going to happen. An 80% dealer will never discount the car enough for you to get the best price. So you don't know. Unfortunately, there's no sign that's on, hey, we're an 80% dealer, don't come here. There's no sign. The only way that you know is by getting multiple offers. Now, you could do it manually. You can call around, talk to some sales managers, and try to get at least 5 offers. We do it online. We do it with scripts and templates, and that's what's in my book. So if you just jumped on, my new book is called Cars from Home, 7 Steps to Saving Time, Money, and Avoiding Dealerships. It has all my templates in there, all my scripts. It's normally $97. But while we're on, for the next 30 minutes, you can get it for $24 if you get to my link in my bio before the 30-minute countdown is up. Once the 30 minutes is up, it does go back up to $97, which is still a great price, because everything in that book is going to save you thousands and thousands of dollars. That'll be the most valuable book. But that's only if you want to use my scripts, my resources, and have me do the talking, which is you typing. But if you're going to do the talking, then I would call around and I get at least 5 offers, or you're going to overpay. No doubt about it. at least 5 offers. Okay, you can't calculate a lease manually. You can't try to calculate a lease and think, and even if you can calculate a lease manually, you still don't know what rebates are, what incentives there are. Sean didn't know there was $15,000 in rebates. How did he find out? Multiple offers. The best offer ends up revealing, wow, it's $15,000 in rebates on this truck. He wouldn't have knew that just walking in and trying to see, all right, what's the best deal I could get? 80% deal is never going to tell him it's $15,000 in rebates. So multiple offers is a must. Okay. Go ahead, Dolan. Great question. I'm new to your platform. I joined late. What do you recommend I do? I'm not sure I understand the question. What do I recommend you do about what? Yeah, Troop Tap. Send a follow-up question to that because I don't really know what you mean by that. What are you're new to my platform? Are you talking about this show? Just be a little bit more specific with your question. Let's see if we can get you an answer. Swagger at Instagram says, I have an S550, still owe 40 grand. I plan on paying it off by summer 2025. Should I trade it for an S63? Run a race and start another race. The whole nother race. So you buy a whole car, spend years to pay it off, throw tens of thousands of dollars at it, pay it off, and then go trade it again and do the same thing over and over again. Next time with a higher price car that you will throw more money at. This is the problem. You don't understand leasing. That's the problem. See, there's no way to make that make sense. You still owe 40 grand on the S550. You're trading in your cars while they're still losing value every year dramatically. This is what we call the depreciation curve. If you've been on the show, you've seen it before. If this is your first time, this is how you understand what's going on with your car. This is the unseen expense. So when you buy that S-Class, it's losing thousands of dollars every couple months. And then you're see, there's 3 kinds of people. People who get great lease deals. Well, I'm not going to say that. People who lease, people who buy and keep long term, and they keep long term so that they can avoid the depreciation. And then there's people who are stuck in this middle right here. This is 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, all right here, when your car is losing the most money. So what you do is, see, it has nothing to do with how you paid for it. You can pay cash, doesn't matter. When you take a loan, now you're financing this depreciation and you're losing more. But when you say, all right, I bought this S-Class, now for the next 6 years, it's going to lose tens of thousands of dollars, and then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to trade it. You never get to a point like where you can win for the purchase. See, some of you've been taught paying off the car is the win. No, it's not. Paying off the car is not the win, because if the car is still losing value like this, if this is the way it's still depreciating and you get rid of it anytime while it's like this, you lost. You lost. The key is to keep the car so where the depreciation starts to look like this. So now, if you were here and you had a 10-year-old S-Class or 11-year-old S-Class, maybe it's worth 10 grand. And maybe a year from now, it's worth 9,500. It's not losing that much value anymore. You've outlived the depreciation. That's when you win. That's the purpose of the purchase. There's nothing else important about purchasing because it's expensive. There's nothing else important about purchasing. No other benefits, in my opinion, about purchasing other than I can get to the point where I get here. I can pay off the car. What does that matter? It's still depreciating. I'm losing thousands. Now I'm gonna go trade it in, and I'm not gonna get anything for it because I'm replacing the car in its deepest depreciation phase. And I just haven't learned about leasing. I was taught not to lease. So that money you're tying up, when we were in Mercedes, a great deal on an S-Class. A great deal on an S-Class would probably be, they did them a couple times a year. Probably could get one for about 13 and change. That was like a great deal, right? So 13 and change, you're talking dividing that into the MSRP, which was about 110. And you're talking, okay, 1.2, 1.25, 1.3% lease on an S-Class, great deal. Now, y'all know I always teach the steal is under 1%. You're really not going to ever see an S-Class lease under 1% unless they just really want to get rid of them, you know, but that's really never going to happen. 1.2, 1.3, 1.5 is the max. You're paying too much for a car you're leasing. But I want to give you a scenario. At $1,500, you're still under what you're paying for your car. See, because if I walked in and I wanted to lease a brand new S-Class, if I lease it and I'm paying $1,400 a month, then I'm driving a $115,000 vehicle, right? Now, if I decide I'm gonna buy that same $110,000, $115,000 vehicle, every $1,000 is about how much per month, everybody, if you know. Some of you seen the video, some of you talk. Every $5,000 on a that you're gonna borrow on a loan is about how much per month? $100. Exactly. So when you look at a $120,000 vehicle, 115, that's a payment of $2,300 a month. No money down. See, we don't talk money down because money down confuses you. In a lot of cases, it confuses you. When you look at the deal with no money into it, no money, now you can start to see how much money you've kind of been missing. Evaluate the deal with no money. Then you choose to put money down if you want, but you evaluate it with no money. So now you got a brand new S-Class, great deal on a lease, $1,400 a month. You gotta buy that to purchase the same exact S-Class, $2,300 a month. And then you get people who might be like you, who say, you know what? I ain't gonna get a new one. You haven't learned about leasing yet. You say, I ain't gonna get a new one. I'm gonna get a pre-owned one. I'm gonna get a pre-owned one. And you look to get, instead of paying $115 for a brand new one, you look to get it for somewhere probably around $70. You look to get it for somewhere around $70. Every $5,000 is $100 a month. What's $70,000 cost on a payment, y'all? Every 5,000. So you're talking 50 grand, another 20, that's 400, that's 1,400 a month. That's 1,400 a month. So put these numbers together. Great deal on a brand new S-Class. 1,400 a month, leasing it. Great deal on a brand new S-Class, buying it. 2,400 a month, no money going into these deals. Great deal on a used S-Class, 70 grand, 1,400 a month for 5 years. Now here's where we jack it up. Oh, well, I'll just put some money down. I'll put like 15 grand down. I'm gonna take a 6-year loan, God forbid, 7-year loan, stretch the payment out, try to get that payment around $1,000 a month. You don't realize you can't change the numbers by putting more money into it. That doesn't change the actual overall. If 15 grand comes out of your pocket up front, that doesn't change the fact that of the numbers. That's why I break down the scenarios with no money down going into them. So what I would say, if you need to decide if you're going to keep the S-Classes long term, then you should be buying them. If you're going to keep them 8+ years, then you should be buying them. But if you're not keeping these cars 8 years, then you should be shopping for great lease deals because you're just throwing thousands and thousands of dollars away. Same price you paid, same money that came out of your pocket for the last couple years to drive that used S-Class, you could have been driving and leasing a brand new one. And I know what comes with a used S-Class, brother. I know it. Been with Mercedes. I was with Mercedes 5 years. I know the maintenance. I know the brake replacements. I know the service Bs. I know how much it costs to have an S-Class pre-owned, no warranty, and everything that happens is on you. So we're not even taking into account the maintenance and the repairs that you have to put into that S-Class that you wouldn't need to put into a brand new one that you leased if you just stopped listening to people who told you that you shouldn't lease cars. No doubt about it. So that's the best advice I could give you, brother. All right, go ahead, Dolan. Shoot the next one up. Use your pointers to get a new 24 GB80 Genesis. Salute. Enjoy it, Austin. Great deal. That's what I did. I worked the deal, no money down, got them the low, then hit them with the down payment, plus went and pre-approved. There you go. There you go. See, you're able to understand when you're shopping with no money down, no money going into the deal. Don't show me what anything looks like putting money into the deal. We determine if we want to put money into the deal later. Shop, get the best price on the car. Find the dealer who's going to get the best price on the car. Then we'll work out the finances. Then we'll work out the details. Most people go right to the, all right, what's the monthly payment? All right, what should it, how much should a brand new GB80 be? Depends on who you buy it from. Depends on what they sell it to you for. First things first, we got to find a dealer that's going to sell us the car for the lowest price. Good job, Austin. Congratulations, man. GV80 is a nice vehicle. Enjoy it. How much should CPO normally charge? How much should certified pre-owned normally be charged for Genesis G70? You haven't seen enough of them. So if I'm looking at a used, so example, I got a 2020 Infiniti truck that I got year and a half ago. If I went in wondering how much it should cost without knowing, then the market's going to tell me. Now, our goal is to get below market deals. So whenever we're getting below market deals, we are always we need to know what the market is first. You can't get below market deals if you don't know what the market is. So when we're getting offers on new cars, it's easy because we can see what the market is with all the offers we get. We get 5 offers, we get 7 offers, we can see what the market is. And we can see the low side of the market, we can see the high side. You got to do the same thing with used cars. And you go on every marketplace, we use 8 of them. We use cars.com, Driveway, Carvana, CarMax. Some people say, oh, CarMax is, listen, I don't care if CarMax is overpriced 90% of the time. The 10% of the time that they're not, they're going to be in the runnings. It's like Best Buy. I know Best Buy is going to be overpriced for electronics 90% of the time. But when I needed to get an iPad for my wife, Best Buy had the best price. So if these people need to be in the runnings or you're going to overlook some savings. So yeah, we'll look at, CarMax, Driveway, Carvana, Carfax.com, Cars.com, Auto Trader, Car Gurus, eBay Motors. So we're looking everywhere there used cars. And then we're going to look and we're going to sort by lowest price to highest price to see where the low side of the market is. Then we do our narrowing down. I need to know what the low side of the market is. If it's 24, if it's 4, when I was shopping for my truck, the low side of the market was 30 to 31 to 32. That was the low side of the market. So when I saw it and I narrowed it down based on Carfax. This is how we narrow it down. This is my system. All in my book, all of what I teach, all of my live shows, this is our system. Narrow it down by title history, then service records, then accident history. Then we need to check the original MSRP. Can't get a good deal on a used car without knowing the original MSRP. How you gonna do that? Who's bought a used car in their life? Type the letter U. If you bought a used car in your life, type the letter U in the comments. Anybody who's bought a used car, type the letter U. Okay, Cash, I see you. Andre and TikTok, I see you. Okay, Cash. All right. King of Rap, I see you. Okay. If anybody bought a used car, okay. How you get a good deal without knowing what the car was originally? I gotta tell you, I'm the bad news first person. I can lead you to the good news. I gotta tell you the bad news first, though. Think about that. How am I buying something used knowing how much I'm saving without knowing the original price of the item? Two reasons. One, I need to know the original price to know what real discount I'm getting. Two, I need to know what's in the car. So when I narrowed it down to I had 4 Infinities that I had narrowed it down to. They were all white. They were all asking between like 31 and 32, similar price range. This is where we get in trouble at. I pulled the original window stickers of the cars. I see that one of them brand new was 46. One of them was 48. One of them was 52. And the one I got was 54.5, brand new. So I'm able to see the discount percentage. In my book, I call this the true value percentage. This is all that matters when it comes to price. And once you do the check and make sure it's a good car, title history, service records, accident history. Okay, now it's time to get to the money. I need to know what the car was originally. I know 54,000. This one I paid 31.8 for. I got a 42% discount. Now, if I would have took the one that was $1,000 less on the asking price, because I didn't know how to do this. Now I didn't know that that one was only 48,000 brand new. So it's a smaller discount. It's probably only saving me 30 something percent. The one I got was 42%. Forget what the dealer's asking. The dealer was asking $1,000 more than the other ones I was looking at. But once I saw what the original price of the car was, I knew that that was the best value, because you got the most expensive car brand new. Why would I take a car that has less equipment because they're charging $1,000 less for it? But it has 7,000 less equipment in it, 7,000 less features in it. It's the little things, y'all. It's not the big thing. It's the little things that you're missing. And this is what we do. This is why I'm here. And for those who are willing to listen, we teach you how to do it the right way. These things you haven't been taught to do. And once you hear it, you're like, dang, that makes sense, right? How the heck? Why wouldn't I want to know what the new price was? Don't even know what equipment's in the car. I knew the day I got the car, it was an edition 30. I saw the original window sticker, remote start, all these features, backup cameras all around, black mirrors. I saw all of that because I got the original window sticker. These are the things you must do. And the last thing we do is we verify there's no bogus fees before we go to the dealer. Because some people will be in the lowest prices online, but they have no intention to sell the car for that price. They want you, they're depending on you to come in because they know other people will, untrained, no strategy, walk right in. Hey, I saw the price online. Okay, yeah, sit down, sir. Let me do these numbers for you. Price goes up by $5,000. No intention. So you wasted your time. I'm listen, God bless you. Yo, Deshone, I'll just walk away. I'd rather not walk away. I'd rather you not have to walk away. And when you truly learn the science and the right strategies of shopping online, like I'm teaching you, you won't be walking away, because all you lose when you walk away. Still need a car, don't you? Somebody else just gonna buy that car. It's not like you like, oh, I'm gonna put a sign out. Nobody buy this car. They wasted my time. That car gonna sell. So it's best to learn, how can I make sure I never put a dealer in a position to waste my time? Because while you were at that dealer that was overpriced, the best price car was selling. Because the best price cars don't wait online. They 24, 48 hours, they're gone. So while you wasting your time with the fake dealers, the best ones are the car's gone. That was really the good deal. Okay, so you do all of this from home before you go. By the time you go to a dealer to see a used car, you should already know if that car drives the way I want it to drive, the deal is done. This is the best price online. And when I get there, I usually ask for $500 to maybe $1,000 off when I get there. Never over the phone. You have no leverage. Why would I call a dealer that I know, I've done my research, you got the best price car in the market, and call them and say, hey, could you take off another $1,000? No, there's no leverage there. You make sure there's no bogus fees. Then we go. We're there. We test drive. I like the car. Could you do another 500, 1,000? If they say no, you know they're honest. Hey, I don't have the room. Oh, hey, I just put the car online 2 days ago. Like, I haven't even given it a chance yet. I understand. I'll take it. See, you got to know when a deal is in front of you. And that's the problem. You don't have enough information to know when a deal is in front of you. So you're going to hesitate. And you're gonna walk away from a deal because you think, oh nah, dude don't want a deal, man. I asked him to take off $2,000. You can't take off $2,000. You didn't do your research. because dealers use a tool called V-Auto. They know where their car is priced in the market. V-Auto tells them where every similar car is priced at online. So if they're the top 3 prices online, they run their business a different way. They want to sell cars fast. You can't go in thinking you're negotiating with someone who marks their cars up by thousands, who's number 15 on the price list. You walk into the best price dealer online and think, yo, I'm asking for $2,000, $3,000 off. Let's go. You don't want to negotiate? No, you got it. And when you do your research, you know where the best price is. And that's what I want you doing. I want you walking in, if you're shopping for a used car, knowing this is the best price car in the market. I verified there's no bogus fees. I'm going to drive it, and then I'll ask for a little money off when I get there. And regardless of the answer, I know I won. They split it with me, I won. They can't do anything more because they're the lowest already, I won. If they accept the offer because they're just like, listen, you drove down, man, let's go, let's get it over with, I won. Either way, I win. That's the name of the game. Thanks, Austin. I appreciate you, man. Go ahead, Dolan. Next question. Okay, Casa Day. Can y'all keep, if y'all gonna spend some time with us on TikTok, can y'all tap the screen and just run the likes up for us so we can get TikTok, so we can make sure TikTok knows we're doing something big over here. They can send some more people over. Appreciate y'all. Yep. Thank y'all. I see them running up. Thank y'all. Every couple minutes, y'all just tap the screen. It just helps the broadcast. We appreciate you. This is from Facebook. Casa de Cel. Hi, I'm paying off a Land Rover. Blue Book says its trade-in is $40,000. That's garbage. So throw that out the window. Blue Book is trash. Blue Book is a marketing website. They don't buy cars. And so what you want to do is you want to get a real number, which is an offer. Your car is not worth what an algorithm says it's worth. Your car is worth what someone's willing to pay you for it today. So you want to go, this is part of our process. We call it equity assessment. There's 7 steps in my book. Once you decide leasing versus buying, that's step 1. Most important question is, am I going to lease or buy? Because you can't get a good deal on a purchase if you should have leased. No way. If you were supposed to lease, because you don't keep your cars 8 years, but you bought, you have a horrible deal. You're going to lose tens of, it depends on the price of the car, you'll lose over 10,000 on a higher price car. You probably lose 4, 5, 6 grand on a lower price car, at least 4 grand, 5 grand. So that's step 1. Now, once you decide that, we move to step 2, which is the equity assessment. Equity assessment is any vehicle we have, we need to assess if there is equity in it or what the equity is. And it's based on offers. So when you go to Kelly's Blue Book instant cash offer, not KBB, not Blue Book, instant cash offer, Kelly's Blue Book, you're going to see that Kelly's Blue Book led you astray. In most cases, telling you your car is worth $48,000. Because this is when we begin to expose that Kelly's Blue Book was a marketing website and they would tell you anything. Kelly's Blue Book is owned by Autotrader.com. What they began to do maybe 7 years ago is they begin to buy cars. So they didn't just give you there was a little button on here that says, we'll make you a cash offer. And I would do this with people in the dealership when I was there. They would come in and say, hey, Blue Book said my truck is worth $48,000. I said, oh, really? Well, and I explained to them that Kelly's Blue Book is an algorithm site, but they do have this feature where you can click a button and you go through a nice 5-minute appraisal and they'll make you an offer themselves. So now let's go through this and let's find out what they're going to offer you. And you go through the 5-minute appraisal and they make you a cash offer, and it's usually $2,000 to $3,000 less than what they told you your car was worth. So they'll send you into a dealer fighting for a number that's not real, and you're looking unresearched, unaware, walking out saying, oh, well, I know my car's worth 48. So that's why we don't use them. And again, the offer you're going to get is from them. So it's not even like, well, oh, we don't use Kelly's Blue Book. And then, no, we use Kelly's Blue Book, the instant cash offer tool. And you're going to use that. You're going to use CarMax. You're going to use Carvana. You're going to use Driveway. You're going to use AutoNation, Sell My Car, and you're going to use Car Guru, Sell My Car. And this will take you about 20 to 25 minutes. You're going to get 6 offers because everything we do is a bid. And then you'll know what your car is really worth. That's the first thing. Before you think about what you're going to replace the car with, let's get the real most money for your car. Equity assessment. So do that first. Okay? Yeah, Kelly's Blue Book is trash, but not the instant cash offer tool. But yeah, we would be sitting there and the person will have their printout, like a number like that, 48,000. And then we go right through it and they're like, oh, wait, now they only offer me 45. Yeah, right? So if the people who told you your car is worth 48 is only offering you 45 for it, what does that tell you? Oh, go back to that site that they offered you 48. You see all those banners, see all those marketing banners and ads? Yeah, that's why they need millions of people to come there to have that make sense for them. All right, go ahead, Dolan. Next one. Right. This one's TikTok. Can I get advice on walking in a dealership with a check in hand strategy? Don't walk in with a check in hand. 80% of deals are overpriced, Andre. You can walk in with a check in your hand. If you get somebody who's really good, they're going to take the check. And that's the mission. Get that check out of your hand into our bank account. And if you're dealing with an 80% dealer, you lost. See, again, I'm giving you boundaries so that you can understand. If you break the boundaries, if you choose to go over the boundaries, that's fine. But I've been doing this for a very long time. And everybody that knows me, everyone that's close to me, be it here in New Jersey or be it in my group, they know that I'm the person who helps you save the money on cars. I would put my money against anybody that I'll get a better deal than you. Now, if you're shopping, I wouldn't put my money against any of my people who learn from me. Anybody that learns from me, I wouldn't bet that I could get a better deal than them. If we got the same time frame, we're gonna get about the same deal. But somebody who has no strategy, just shopping, going into dealers, I'll put any amount of money. I bet you $1,000 today that I get a better deal than you without even leaving my house. So I want you to be in that position because you don't know who you're dealing with. If you're in an 80% dealer, they knock off $3,000 for you, $5,000. You think you won? Look. Kimberly, a little while ago, she got a Maserati. Posted this in the group. It was a $91,000 Maserati. She ended up leasing it for $944, but I want to show you the money breakdown. Before she accepted that offer, she had an offer of 20 grand off right here. So she had an offer on an 86, so pay attention to this. $86,000 vehicle, they were taking 20 grand off for her, 20,700 to be exact. She ended up going and getting a $91,000 vehicle for $944 a month, so even a better deal. So she ended up saving more than 20 grand, more than 21 grand. Why is this so important? Because if she would have went in and got excited, she'd have walked into a dealer, walked in, and somebody would have said, all right, listen, I know you're serious. Today only, I'll knock 10 grand off for you. 10 grand. She probably never heard that in her life. $10,000 you're going to take off the price of the car. Yeah, I knocked 10 grand off. All right. Somebody who's not educated, someone who's not researched, rather, someone with no strategy. Let's go. Let's sign that. And telling our friends, they took 10,000 off from me. Until we get 5 to 7 offers, we don't know what the best number is. She wouldn't have saved over 21,000 on her brand new Maserati. So when we talk about this money is not hundreds. This money is thousands. Some of you, if you're buying luxury cars, tens of thousands, 5-figure deals that you are going to just leave on the table. Going in, that's some 1990 joint. Oh, walk in, check in hand. Yo, I got a check. Who wants to sell me a car? 1990. You're doing the same things that someone in 1990 did. Let that sink in. So what do? You stay home, you get offers from home. Now, all of you who are like, Deshone, I want to do it your way. I don't want to have to figure this out. Give me the roadmap. That's my new digital book, Cars from Home, 7 Steps to Saving Time, Money, and Avoiding Dealerships. All my scripts are in there. My strategies for leases, my strategies for purchases, my strategies for used cars, the bank bidding war, where we make banks and credit unions bid for our loan. We guarantee all the money that we want to guarantee that there was not a dime that we could have saved when we make our car deal. And the only way that's going to happen is through bids. When I sell my car, not trade it, I get bids. When I buy my car, I get bids. When I get my loan, I get bids. You walk in with that check, man, that check won't be in your hand very long. So everybody can get the book for 75% off. It's normally $97. But in my TikTok bio, click the link in my TikTok bio. You won't leave the broadcast. So you could actually come and catch the last couple minutes of the broadcast. But go there as long as you get there before the timer. It's 30 minutes. Once the timer hits 0, it's back up to $97. And if you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube, we got a link in the comments section for you. If you're watching us on a television, then you can use your camera and you can scan the QR code. And it'll take you there. Get your book for 75% off, and you'll have these strategies for the rest of your life. And I also update that book. Some people say, "Man, is the book available in print?" It's too many things that change. I change scripts. I change templates I use. Websites change. Vroom went out of business. I need a digital book. I can update the master file, so that way you open this book a year from now and it's updated. So you'll see some of you got it 2 months ago and you open it today and you're like, wait, I see something a little different. Yeah, because I update the book regularly. So yeah, get your copy before. And even if it goes back up to $97 and you miss the welcome offer, what are you going to save? What do you really think? How much money do you think you're going to save using my stuff? That's what you should be holding me accountable to. I'm going to get Deshone's book, and I want to save the same amount of money Deshone would have saved on this deal. And when you see these people, Bonita, when you see Kimberly, when you see Sean, when you see Eddie, all these people I share throughout the shows, they're getting the same deals that I would have gotten. But they were just like you. They weren't in the car business 14 years. Frina, she just got this Jeep a little while ago. Look, 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Look, $65,000 MSRP, $579 a month, 0.88% lease deal. I use all the scripts, contacted the dealer, I followed the program, used the scripts, contacted the dealer, sealed the deal. We're in a different world. So you're either going to come over to our world or you're going to stay in your world. And your world is painful and expensive. Painful and expensive. Spending hours in dealerships, multiple visits, going back twice, 3 times. Painful. Every car deal I make is from right here where you see me at. I'm right here. Go ahead, Dolan. Shoot the next one up. Austin, I see you. God bless you and everyone online. I have to get back to work. Thanks for checking in, man. Always enjoy the new car too. Because my payment is due in 15 days. Enjoy, man. God bless you. Swagger from Instagram says, it's smart to buy the vehicle after leasing it for 3 years. No, it's a horrible idea. You've already had the vehicle for 3 years. You're buying a used car now. So leasing and purchasing is an entirely different philosophy. When we lease, we're getting great lease deals. We're driving vehicles for pennies on the dollar compared to people who purchase them. All those lease deals. You saw Frina, that same $65,000 vehicle is $1,100 a month. Someone is out there paying, unless they put up a ton of money down, they are out there with that same Jeep that Frina just picked up, and they're paying $1,000 plus a month for it. She's paying $579. Why? Because they said they don't lease? Well, you go ahead with your non-leasing stuff and pay double what I'm paying. Now, if you're keeping the vehicle, forever, 8, 10, 12 years. In my book, I created the 8-year rule. The 8-year rule is when you begin to win as a purchaser, because that's when the depreciation is going to cool off and make sense. You can get some of this money back, because the person who's leasing is killing you in terms of the money that's not coming out of their household compared to yours. They're killing you. So you now need to try to catch up one day. And if you catch up, the only way you catch up is you keep your car until the depreciation cools off 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, 12 years. And that's where you win. You can't do that with a lease. But keeping your car 6 years or 7 years is not anywhere near enough time for you to catch up to a person who leased and got these great lease deals, because you're paying for the whole car. New car, used car, doesn't matter. A new car, you're paying thousands more than a person who leases. A used car, over 8 years, you're paying about the same money as a person who leases for a used car. So by the time you go and replace that car, if you kept it 8 years, your car's already 11, 12 years old, 13 years old. Person been leasing, been driving brand new cars. So there's no comparison. It's great lease deals are here. Long-term purchases are here, and everyone stuck in the middle is just losing thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm sorry to tell you, but if I don't tell you, no one's going to tell you. You buying cars, trading them in 4, 5, 6, 7 years, when they're still depreciating heavily, you're losing compared to people who purchase and keep long-term and people who get great lease deals. You're losing thousands. If you buy your lease, now you're switching and saying, okay, why do I want to buy a used car now? Because that's all buying a lease is. Let's take let's take the aspect out of it that complicates it. When you are buying your lease, you're buying a used car. That is it. Except you don't have to go search for it. It's right there in your driveway already, and that's the only difference. So what makes you say I'm going to stop leasing to buy a used car? You'd have to be saying I'm ready to keep something long term, 8, 10, 12 years. So if you're ready to keep something long term, then buy it. Because you're going to need to be committed to keeping it long term, because you've already been driving it for 3 years. You've already been driving it for 3 years. So where are we actually going? You're going to look up in 3 years, 3 more years, and you're going to say, Dad, I had this thing 6 years now. Now, if you're like most people who buy their leases out, you're going to take a 6-year loan. Because in order to get a comparable payment to what you were paying for your lease, you're going to need a 6-year loan. So now you're going to look up, that, just so you know, 6-year loan plus the 3 years you leased it, that's 9 years. Same car. Same car. So you're paying on the same car for 9 years. And then you look up in 3 more years and you're like, man, you know what? I'm ready to get out of this. Still got 3 years of payments left. Only scenario where you can pay on a car for 6 years, turn around and still have 3 years of payments left, is when you bought your lease. Makes 0 sense. Makes no sense. Unless you're keeping forever. That's a different story. You want to keep it till the wheels fall off, then buy the lease. It's the only way it's going to make sense, because you're paying so long on a car, the same car, you better be keeping it long enough to have it make sense. And that's not 5 more years. Your loan ain't even paid off in 5 more years. Buying your lease is a horrible idea for most people. Horrible, horrible, horrible idea. And it's just because what you don't want to shop. You don't want to shop. You don't want to get in the market. Old strategies, you're scared. New way, sitting at home, get bids, let the deals come to you. Because that's what I see. I saw tons of people buy their leases for the last 3 years because they were just scared to shop. Oh, it's not now here. I don't want to. We've been making deals since the pandemic. Deals been out here for people who shop and know how to get deals. So unless you're changing your whole philosophy, I'm stressing to you how bad buying your lease is. All right. This one's Instagram. If I'm searching for a car, but I want a specific trim, should I search the entire market for only that car and the trim level I'm looking for? If I want a specific trim, that's the reason why I use the 25 to 5. 25 to 5 strategy in my book is what we do for new cars and leases. Because when you walk into two dealers, it's another reason about not shopping this limited way anymore. If you're shopping from two dealers, all you have is what they have. If two dealers don't have the trim, you ain't got nothing. When we reach out, we're connecting with 25 dealers online. So if that car is out there, I'm giving 25 dealers, I'm shopping out of 25 dealers inventory. So if no one has it out of 25 or only one or two have it, now I know that car is just super rare. Or maybe it's about to sell out. Maybe it's like that happens sometimes where like the 2024s are all gone, but the 2025 haven't come in yet. There's only a few 2024s left. But yeah, I mean, we shop wide. We shop wide. Several people who are learning from me and you're getting deals, they drove. A lot of those people that I showed you throughout the show, they drove 45 minutes, an hour and a half to get to the vehicle when they're picking it up. Look at Sean. Sean specifically, and this is how important, I'm gonna let someone else tell you why shopping this way is the best. Because he said, look, he saved, I said you're saving over 20 grand with the discount and the rebate. But the only way to know is this the best deal is to compare to the other offers. Because again, I don't know if you could look. I sold a Maybach back in 2015. It had a $20,000 rebate on it. So I don't know if the rebates is 15. What if they got a $20,000 rebate on that? Now that was a $240,000, $260,000 vehicle, but still, you just never know. So I said, if you're going to compare offers. He said, yes, I got about 15 quotes. He said, I couldn't find anything under MSRP. He ended up expanding his search to 150 miles to find this deal. So he's driving probably 100 miles somewhere. I doubt it's all the way 150 miles, but maybe he's driving 100, 120 miles. But look what he's saving, 20 grand. So we don't do local because you only buy your car once every couple of years. So you buy your car from who makes you the best offer. You service your car from where it's the most convenient. Yeah, we drive to get our deals because most of the time the dealers that are near you, they feel like they own you anyway. So when they see the zip code, they think, oh no, we don't have to make, this person's local. This person's 20 miles away. No, we're not gonna do nothing crazy. But when those people who are 100 miles away from us see us pop up on their computer, and they're like, oh wait, we could take a deal from our competition. All right, let's do this. Sometimes they'll beat the deal that your own local dealer won't get. Your local dealers are charging you the most money. Local dealers are hands down most of the time charging you the most money. Everybody close to you, because they just like you close. You ain't gonna shop. The statistics show you shop 2 dealers before you make a deal. That's what the statistics show. Look, right here. Let me show you something. When I tell you, look, no offense, I wouldn't be trying to help you if I could, but I gotta keep it real to you. This is all stuff we know about you. Look, how many dealers does the average person visit before buying? 39% future car buyers plan to visit at least 3. They won't, because the actual statistics show 4.2 websites a person visits, and then it's 2. It's actually 2. Hold on. Let's see where it's at. Only 1 in 3 potential. The answer's 2. I ain't got to tell y'all. People say, oh, I plan to visit 4 dealers. You ain't visiting no 4 dealers. You're going to get tired. Time you get to the 3rd one, you're going to be like, okay, this is getting old fast. I think we could get it over with. 2 is the answer. So if the industry knows that you visit 2 dealers before you make a deal, why would I give you a great price? So when you're using what I'm telling you to use, and you're sitting at home and you're talking to 25 dealers, you have 25 dealers in your inbox. When you're sitting at home and you're looking at all the used car market in a 150-mile radius of you, oh, now you're not the normal shopper. The normal shopper is going to get the normal deal, market value or over market value. That's what normal shoppers get, depending on how bad you are, over market value, depending on how unaware you are. But market value, over market value, that's normal. People with strategy, multiple dealers getting bids, below market. That's the difference. We shop wide. This local is dead to us. Local is dead to us, and it should be dead to you. I want you to kill it. All right, kill that whole mindset. I don't need to buy my car locally. I'll drive into the next state. I remember Shonda last year, California. She bought a Volvo, and she said to Sean, she's in our group. She said everybody in Northern California. She said my best deal. I think she was saving like $3,000 off MSRP. And she's like, but it's a dealer in Southern California, though, that's taking like $6,000 off of me with my Costco rebate. I said, okay, what you gonna do? She said, I just bought a plane ticket, $79. I said, there you go. That's what I would have did. That's a sweet plane ride. I'm taking a plane, $79 to save $3 more than my local dealer was gonna give me up here. Sweet plane ride. So local's dead to us. We go where the money is, and we enjoy that ride home. Nothing like driving home for an hour knowing you just saved a ton of money. So that's it, y'all. We've been on for about an hour and 15 minutes. We like to keep these shows right around there. In my bio, I do have the link to when I'm going to be live next. So I'll make sure that, as long as we keep doing these live shows, again, it's going to be up to you guys. If you guys continue to show up, if you guys continue to tell your friends, then we'll keep doing the shows. But if not, we can certainly do the broadcast, because the broadcast, people get value out of them. So we've seen it, for the last 3-4 weeks since we've been testing this, we've seen people get value out of the rebroadcast. So what's the point in Deshone coming live regularly if people are going to sit and watch the rebroadcast? So, but if y'all going to tell people when we live and bring people and share, then certainly we'll keep the live shows going. But the entire show is sponsored by my new digital book, Cars from Home. So if you want everything I teach in one place, you got it right there. We don't hold back on this show. We don't hold back in my social media videos. That's why they're, thank God, continuing to, be seen by millions of people. But that's for different types of people too. So whenever you're navigating all my social media videos and you're trying to piece it together, some stuff is in there for high mileage drivers. Some stuff is in there for used cars. Some stuff's in there for leasing. Some stuff's in there for negotiation. Some stuff's in there for how to format your deal. So you're trying to piece all this stuff together. If you say, Deshone, I want this all in one spot, step by step, that's my new digital book, Cars from Home, 7 Steps to Saving Time, Money, and Avoiding Dealerships. And you can get it for 75% off in my TikTok bio, in my Instagram bio, or in the comment section on Facebook and YouTube. Also in my bio is a link, and we'll put one in there in the comment section as well, is a link to my masterclass that I did. It's called Everything You're Doing Wrong, Buying, Selling, and Leasing Cars. So that's an on-demand class. You'll need about an hour. We go very deep on leasing versus buying there with scenarios. And I go over 23 mistakes that most of you are making. And, if you're going to really save money on your next car and every car, you're going to need to stop making those mistakes. So that is in my TikTok bio and my Instagram bio as well. And you can certainly just get in where you fit in. I make the information available. Get it how you want it. Just get it. All right. I'll see y'all on the next show. God bless you.